in Karnataka, resident doctors and junior doctors are also fighting another battle. Not only are they fighting corona, they're also fighting delayed stipends. They were finally given those increased stipends last week and they called off their agitation. Take a look into these young doctors and their daily struggles.
Poor accommodation facilities, long work hours, aggressive patient attenders and low pay. These are the realities of a resident doctor in Karnataka. After a long fight spanning almost 5 years, resident doctors in Karnataka had reasons to cheer with a stipend hike. But is a hike enough? Resident doctors, who are the backbone of most medical institutions, often work shifts spanning 36 to 48 hours with subpar food and accommodation without basic facilities like hot water or even a working flush tank. The resident doctors are at the front line handling emergencies and receiving brickbats when patient attenders turn aggressive. Despite Karnataka passing a law in 2009 saying that acts of violence against Medicare staff can draw a penalty of 3 years in prison and up to 50,000 rupees as fine, very few cases go to trial and fewer have witnessed conviction so far. Some private hospital resident doctors face challenges of a more severe kind, with many not being paid a single penny as stipend. Even if stipend is paid, the resident doctors are asked to pay it back in cash at the end of the year, failing which they will not be given their hall tickets. For the fear of being suspended or not being allowed to write their examination, the doctors are often forced to stay quiet about the difficult situations in which they are made to work in. This COVID-19 pandemic, their struggles have amplified. Most responsibilities fall on the resident doctors, who act like warriors on the front lines of this battlefield. It's maybe high time we acknowledge their commitment. Nabila Jamal for India Today.
So what is it like, a life of a junior resident doctor in corona time? Dr. Namrata, she's an anesthetist. She joins me from Bangalore. Also Dr. Dayanand Sagar, he's a psychiatry junior resident. Appreciate your joining us. Namrata, you tell us, how has life changed in the last 6 to 7 weeks for you? Is it much more difficult?
Yes, sir, of course. The joy of, I chose a medical profession of, as I can give joy to the patients. That is what made me choose a medical profession. I always feel that being a resident seems like being in a glass house, because from outside everything looks beautiful. But the suffocations, the difficulties, what a resident doctor undergoes is known by him only. So,
him or her? Or
from
her?
the past,
or her? What is the most difficult thing? What is the most difficult thing, doctor?
Sir, I'll tell you, sir. Yeah, sir. The mere job of a resident doctor is not just doing a job of a doctor, as public knows. Right from pulling trolleys, shifting the patients, drawing blood, sending investigations, and we ourselves getting the investigations back, settling the patient. Believe me, this is not the scene of one patient, but this is the scene of all patients in my ward. So we are kind of all-rounders. We do all kind of work. And I would like to stress upon the female resident doctors' work, sir. So we, the female resident doctors, work continuously for 36 hours, 48 hours. We work on par with the male resident doctors. And without even basic facilities like not having food, water. So these all strike to our mind only at the end of our duty. And the tragedy of the casualty scenes are like, when you're working all alone during your night duties, without proper security, a mob of drunken patient attenders with abusive behavior, abusive words, they rush into the casualty. We understand their plight, their emotions, but even we are humans. We expect some respect from them. These kind of circumstances make us feel uncomfortable.
Very.
And also, one more thing is...
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. One more thing. Please tell us.
Yeah, sir. One more thing is that when you finish your 36 hours, 48 hours of duty and you go home, your family members will be eagerly waiting to spend some time. You just can't give a mind to it.
Right.
And sometimes it makes me feel worried. Am I neglecting my family, which is everything to you?
I can imagine.
And I'll tell you, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And one more thing is that it is not only we who are mentally stressed up, but even our family members are equally stressed up. But they keep backing us, which make us give our 100% to our profession.
I take
And
your...
I use this platform to salute.
Yes.
Sir?
Yes, go ahead. What do you want to suggest?
And I use this platform to salute to all those family members who are the strength of our resident doctors in tuning us up for being a better doctors.
Right.
One more thing I would like to...
Let me for a moment...
Yes, sir. One more.
I don't want to stop you. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Give us the one more thing. Tell us.
Yeah. Sir, one more very injustice thing is that all the working women are given the maternity leave. We female resident doctors are denied maternity leave.
Right.
And we are made to give our exams only after 3 years plus 6 months, those extra 6 months. And we'll be continuing working for 6 months without pay, sir. So there is always a pressure from our family and even beloved ones when it comes to our marriage. So I was
can
told
imagine,
that
sir,
you will have to choose.
all I can say is my son is a junior resident doctor as well, so I can understand where you're coming from. But Dr. Dayanand Sagar, let him also
Yes,
speak.
sir.
Dayanand, you're a psychiatry junior
sir,
resident.
sir.
You tell us, how is life difficult, particularly the last few months with COVID?
The thing is that we have been prone for infection like HIV, HPSD, tuberculosis since long time. But now during the times of corona, what makes it more difficult is we are also at risk of contracting infections. We have already had residents across the nation where we have contracted infection in spite of taking all necessary measures. And even we had some recent incidents in Bangalore itself where patient concealed their identity, or whether they are from red zone or the green zone. When they miss the identity, when they have minimal symptoms, it becomes absolutely difficult to isolate or segregate them into, whether they are, at-risk patients. So that would be one of the huge things that we have been seen in the last, because of the pandemic.
Tell me that,
of course,
is it more difficult therefore in an OPD? I know that, many of you have to work round the clock in OPDs. Is that where it becomes more difficult because you could get asymptomatic patients coming into the OPD? Do you have enough protection in terms of PPE equipment?
The thing is that, sir, whenever there is a dedicated COVID hospital, we would be, mentally and also we would be preparing all measures. Now, when we are doing an OPD where a routine patient comes, even if the patient has, concealed his symptoms, or if he has concealed the area at which he is coming, that is when it becomes challenging. Now, the thing is, now we have enough PPS, at least in our college, but the thing is we cannot work for more than 6 hours. That is the huge drawback. If a private practitioner, or even if a resident wants to work for longer duration of time, he cannot bear the adverse effects of the PPE for a long time. That is a huge setback.
You obviously in OPD don't use PPEs, right? In OPD you use the basic equipment. So is that OPD work more difficult at the moment?
Now the thing is that whenever we don't use all the PPE kits or anything, which we are doing in screening OPDs, in routine OPDs, what happens is there may be a lot of asymptomatic carrier patients who are likely to transmit infection to the doctors. That is not just with respect to the resident doctors. Even in fact, that may lead to breach of all the safety protocols, and in fact, it may lead to spread of corona infections.
How right am I to say that the senior doctors are putting you in the front line?
I mean, it is very difficult to comment on that part because even the rate of infection and the mortality is more in the, more in the elderly population.
Right.
But of course, we would like to take this part as a challenge on our part. We would actually, most senior residents across the nation are, happily and zealously working with that. What we expect from our senior staff is more of a moral support and a push.
Right. Well, you also need higher stipends. You've just got you've campaigned for it and got that. But I want to ask you, Dr. Namrata, do you have any regrets? Both of you, very quickly. Do you have any regrets being a doctor?
No, sir. No, sir. Because it was my choice. It was not by chance. So I will never regret for my choices.
What about you, Dr. Dayanand? Do you have any regrets?
Absolutely no regrets, sir. I am very fortunate to be a doctor and to be able to serve the community.
And what is the stipend? May I ask, what is the stipend you are paid?
Now the thing is, sir, since last year, our Karnataka had a fee hike, for a government institution. They made it to 1.36 lakhs. Now we were getting 30, 35, 40,000. we have been getting
per
the
month.
lowest in the entire Karnataka.
So 30,
entire
30
India.
So 35,000 per month.
35,000. Yeah, 30,000, 35,000, 40,000
Per month.
I mean, if we remove our tuition fees that we pay
Yes.
and also the hostel expenses, what we would be left with is only around 6 to 8,000.
Okay.
However, since after we have agitated without having
Right.
having affecting any duties, whenever we did this symbolic protest, government has responded. Of course, we have not received the official letter yet,
Yes.
but now our stipend has been revised to 45,000. 50,000 and 55,000, which
Okay.
is actually much less than what is paid in a central institute or according to many states.
I've
But
run-
however, at this time, this sounds like a relief.
Okay, I've run completely out of time. Lovely to see two young, bright doctors speaking so freely. You've taken, it's a life career choice. Don't worry. You are our stars, and may
Yes,
you
sir.
all keep going brighter by the day. Thank you both very much for
Thank you,
joining
sir.
me.
Thanks a lot,
Your
sir.
smiles have
Thank you,
made
sir.
my day.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Okay, let's leave you though.